forgive me for what I have done and give me the strength to repay my debts in this life.
Yes, and I fear we may be correct. We've had our suspicions that the Mistress of Decay was running amok amongst the savages. Just looking at the Hab-Ravens gives away Namira's influence within that tribe. I assume you ran into the matriarchs, yes? They are the beings who wrought that wretched winged terror into our realm. They're being used as conduits for Namira's malice. They also turn man to beast through their horrific rituals. I've been dreading the day they use their power to summon entities of that scale. I must also ask you something. Please refrain from sharing the information you're about to hear with anyone else. I needed to ask, that necklace you retrieved from the burrows up the valley, was there a strange inscription on it? Kynareth preserve us. I hope this is a coincidence and nothing more. If the worst of this news is indeed true, it would at least give some rationale behind the recent witchmen activity, and their theft of the amulet. I've spoken to the governing priest at the Pantheon upon Evermore. We have reason to believe the Lord here has had dealings with Namira. No more information than that, though, I'm afraid. We're dumbstruck as to why he would ever want to associate with such a morbid deity. Head for the Archpriest in Evermore. King Sigmund has put feet on the ground against Mortiphane in response to the unrest he's causing.
Something you need? No, I've heard of your exploits already. Forgive me. I mistook you for another pilgrim, and please, that town is Ravenspring. I'll never understand why you pushed for that label, Arnima. Has a sinister tone to it. But to the matter. Ever since the Orsimer sacked the fort of Grey Belmore, while laying siege to the Reach, Mortiphane has shown acts of extreme cruelty. Now I needn't tell you what happened to the Halon family. In one of Mortiphane's paranoid streaks, he accused Geffer Harlan of high treason. Now he could have made an example of him with just a single execution, but as the Ravenspring people said, he had a madness in his eyes. Drawn and quartered, starting with Geffer's youngest daughter. the executioner, which is now Mortavein's chef, worked his way up to Gefa. What was left of the bodies was displayed around several parts of Ravenspring. That's when Sigmain and Morosa first stepped in. Sigmain genuinely believes Mortavein saved the Reach from the orcs, and keeps all the other threats at bay. He assumes that a more soft-hearted lord would destroy Ravenspring through inaction, effectively crippling the kingdom. I don't think we can discount it as a rumor any longer. Just the nature of her relation with Mortavein is a mystery. The priest discussed this heightened activity as being her move upon the last tower, the Dureni Tower. As the barrier between Oblivion and Nirn has been weakening ever since the Amulet of Kings was used to prevent another Oblivion crisis. Tower after tower falling, with only one left. The only one we know of anyway. We're not sure what horrors could be laid upon Nirn if it ever falls. I'm sorry, I was getting ahead of myself. That's a conversation for another day. Or maybe 2 days, considering the complexity of the topic. What you need to know is whatever is happening in Ravenspring can spell a doom unseen since the beginning of our times. Fortunately, if the worst does happen, we've prepared, ever since the Oblivion crisis claimed so many lives and razed so many cities. We had the chance to understand how to prevent something so cataclysmic happening again. Thank the gods that we could study those sigil stones. You should head back to the town and consort with Morosa. She's leading a party to confront the Lord. Keep safe.
It's time, priest. I hope Mortavein has prepared a life with the beggars. Sigmain in the council made it clear. Mortavein cannot rule. The putrid man has the goal to ignore the will of the king. Where is he, priest?
He should be coming. He had business to deal with in the manor. The Hagri is ahead at last. So you finally had your way with the king.
Need something?
Why do you persist to harass me, Vulture?
Hollister here will see to your death if you try anything rash, little lord. You have stained the kingdom of Evermore with your ill acts. Your capturing of trade goods and intimidation of merchants have brought ruin to your town and the Reach. Your rights as royalty are now forfeit.
Ha! The audacity. You can place a new ass on that seat tomorrow, but the town itself belongs to no man now. Sigmane and the rest of the Reach now belong to her. To who, my lord?
This madman has rambled long enough. Arrest him and bring him to trial in Evermore. My stomach reels at the sight of him.
All of your stomachs were real when you see the lady, I assure you. I showed mercy upon you insects. I relented when the lady demanded this town. But I see the rats have bit the hand that feeds. You'll be the first to taste her domain, whore.
Bastard! Don't let him run. Second, stand aside. Do you want this town to become a gauntlet for that insane lord?
Ninelock, my heart. The skies.
What abyssal sorcery is this?
I see you, scum.
The worst has come to light. God show us mercy. We were prepared for this situation.
Don't waste your magic.
We must destroy the sigil stone. Find the tower and find the stone. Destroying it may prevent this evil from spilling over into our realm permanently. I and the others will follow.
Another gut.
I'll send you to oblivion myself.
Another gut. Another gut. Another gut. What kind of art I see, you scum?
I see you, scum.